Hello everybody, welcome to another Zero Streams. We are going to be listening to Octopath Traveler 8 pieces melancholy music from Octopath Traveler. There is 44 minutes of this, so I'm going to go ahead and play, and if I don't like it, we'll switch to something else. But here we go. Hopefully, there it is. And I hope everyone is having a good evening. Let's turn that music a little down. Actually, you know what? I'm going to turn that back up, and I'm going to turn the volume on the site down. Hopefully that carries from music to music. But yeah, okay, this is nice. This is a nice track. I've never listened to any of these songs before, and I've never played Octopath Traveler before. But yeah, I heard one piece from this game on YouTube, and I'm just like, you know, this sounds nice. Let's listen to it. So guys, I'm going to be taking a little detour from the Pokemon families, and we're going to be working on a tarot card. I have already done a set of tarot cards, Major Arcana, of course, for Jet's Black Nuzlocke. But I joined a what's the word? What's the word when you like collaboration, that's the word. I joined a collaboration with a bunch of folks, where everyone is doing a tarot card based on their character, from their comic. And I'm like, that sounds like fun. So I signed up. Unfortunately, Jet's card. So my comic is Jet's Black Nuzlocke, main character Jet. Unfortunately, Jet's card was taken. In fact, let me see if I have them on my computer. I don't think this is all of them. Let me see. And they're out of order. Can I switch the order? Sort by name. Yeah, okay, so let's see. Where's Jet? Jet is Justice. Unfortunately, her card was taken by the time I got in, so I will not be doing Jet for this collaboration. Instead, I have gone with her starter, Sir Francis, and he will be taking the Hierophant, who I think is the counterpart to the High Priestess. So Emperor, Empress, High Priestess, and then Hierophant. So they're a little separated in the deck. But yeah, so this is the one that I did for my deck. Someday I might actually like line and color these, but for now I don't want to do the same design for the card that I did for this one, because what I did for my deck is I just took the original, I don't know if this is the original, but the most well-known classic tarot illustrations, and I just redid them one-to-one elemental wise, like there's a guy here, so I'm gonna put a guy here, sort of thing. Excuse me. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to do something a little different from that. But yeah, in terms of why I chose Sir Francis for the Hierophant card, because like I didn't even know what a Hierophant even is. But apparently, so the Hierophant represents a group, sometimes specifically the integration into the group. So I was thinking Sir Francis, like, as the starter, maybe not in the beginning of the run, but certainly by the end, sort of embodies what it means to be part of Jet's team, or at least understands it the most, having seen himself go through that kind of development. Happy says, I love the clef key as keys. Thank you. It was fun finding random things to sort of be the equivalent of, like, the Hierophant card shows the Hierophant wearing several crowns. So for Sir Francis, I had him wear the crown that N is crowned with at the beginning of the game. What is this? This is a Slow King's crown, and I think at the very top I put a King's Rock. But yeah. Hello, Rodolfo. Good evening, Zara. How was your day? My day has been good. Yeah, it's been a good day. It's been very busy lately for me. I haven't had much time of late. But you know, busy can be good. Busy can be good. All right. So let's go to the internet. Let's turn to the internet, as we like to do during the Pokemon families. We look at what the actual thing is, and we sort of jump off from there. So since we're doing tarot cards, let's take a look at what the actual Hierophant card is all about and see if we can glean some ideas, because who are you? Go away. I don't have a plan. I have not come to this stream with a plan in hand. Other than I want to do something different than what I've done previously. But yes, hello Happy, who has been here in the chat since the beginning. Hello Rodolfo, thanks for coming. And hello Tailzimp, who has just busted in. Tails, I literally just fixed that door. Thank you very much, but you could just knock next time, okay? Happy says, who needs a plan? Not me, apparently. We'll see, we'll see. Ashtray the Cool is here. Says, oh cool, are you redoing the tarot cards, doing different ones? I am redoing the Hierophant card specifically because I have actually already redone all the cards. If you guys are interested, I can go through the cards that I've already done, so you can take a look at them. But this one is specifically for a collaboration that I joined. I don't have much time these days, so I figure doing this on stream would be more fun. It'll definitely, hopefully, you know, let me get them done during the stream time and not during my actual other time when I can be working on Jet's Black Nuzlocke. But keeping Sir Francis in mind, let's take a look at this card. So the upright, you know, with tarot cards, you can read them either upright or reversed, like upside down. Upright, the Hierophant represents spiritual wisdom, religious beliefs, conformity, tradition, and institutions. In fact, let me look. What is a Hierophant? I think it's like some kind of priest. I don't know. A person, especially a priest in ancient Greece, who interprets sacred mysteries or esoteric principles. So the Hierophant is apparently the male what's the word? Not I guess equivalent, the male counterpart, that's the right word. It's the counterpart to the high priestess. So if you know what a priestess does, it's like the male form of that. I guess you could say it's the priest, though the priest kind of gives off too much of a Judeo-Christian vibe. So maybe they like switched it because of that. Who knows? Reversed, it can mean personal beliefs, freedom, challenging the status quo. Pretty interesting. I guess, he was Sir Francis was a bit of a reverse Hierophant in the beginning of his journey. Tails says, but this is more dramatic. Okay, touche. I will give you that. Happy says, better TTV changes. TTV changes D, the upset face, the D, into an emote, even for the bot. What's better TTV? What's TTV? Is that the YouTube TV? It didn't change anything for me. On my end, where I'm reading the chat on Restream, it's still a D colon. Rodolfo says, this is my last week of vacations. In pandemic, my job is not very hard, so that's nice. Been playing TTRPG with friends lately a lot and reading some cool manga. Hey, what manga are you reading? I've read some cute manga about adventures like D&D that eat monsters. What? The adventurers eat the monsters? Browser extension for Twitch. Better Twitch TV. Okay. That's pretty cool. I don't have many extensions. Alright. So let's read this description. The Hierophant card represents an established set of spiritual values and beliefs and is often correlated with religion and other formal doctrines. Before you can discover your own belief system and make your own choices, as associated with the next card, the Lovers, the Hierophant encourages you to learn the fundamental principles from a trusted source. Work with a teacher, mentor, or guide to teach you about spiritual values and beliefs in a structured way. He may be an authority or a kind and generous mentor who nurtures your spiritual awareness and helps you access the divine by understanding the traditions and core principles. You may also undertake a period of formal study as you delve into a subject that has been widely explored and documented. If you have already mastered a particular field of study, you may be taking on the role of teacher and mentor to others. I think that's kind of what I'm going for with Sir Francis. In this position, you honor and acknowledge your responsibility to share your knowledge in a structured way, one that respects the age-old traditions. The Hierophant's arrival suggests you are following convention and staying within the bounds of a tried and tested model. You are not yet willing to go out on a limb or offer any new innovative ideas. Instead, you adhere to the key principles and rules that you know will lead to a successful result. The Hierophant may call you to honor family traditions or sacred rituals that sit neglected. You are being asked to commit to spiritual practice in its most wholesome form. No customization, no adaptation, no bending the rules. If you have been lacking lacking ritual and tradition, create a regular practice such as daily prayer or saying grace before a meal. Consider exploring your spiritual or religious heritage. The Hierophant tarot card often speaks to group membership or being part of an institution. You may enjoy a deep sense of comfort being surrounded by people who have well-established belief systems and explicit values. Finding them may be as significant as exploring a new church or religious group, or as simple as joining a gym or online tarot community. This card is about identifying with others and a way of thinking that will prompt further learning. Rodolfo says to survive since, let's see, I've read some cute manga about adventurers like D&D that eat monsters to survive since they don't have money and need to rescue someone's sister. Dungeon Meshi! Hey! I have a friend who loves Dungeon Meshi. It's like his favorite manga. I hope you're enjoying it so far. Ashtray the Cool says, which card was the little dog again? I forgot. Yeah, little dog was the Fool. The Fool card is a fun one because it's basically the main character of the tarot story. The story of tarot basically just follows the Fool. So like, little dog's just just cute, and I felt like he was the right size to have Zoe the Joltik act as the dog. I like to toss in some of the minor characters just as background elements. But yeah, he just radiates like potential joyous, looking forward to the future energy of like not even worrying about anything, which is kind of not what his character is in the story now that I think about it, because he like doesn't come from a very like open and what's the word, encouraging society. I don't know, maybe because he comes from that, he's like looking forward to you know, the journey with like bright open eyes without a care in the world. Ashtray says, "Oh, I remember how he had a cute little fishing rod. He's my favorite. I love him so much." Oh, I'm so glad you like Little Dog, Ashtray. He's the best. Rodolfo says, yeah, it inspired me to draw something casual about the morning routine of my D&D character. How hard it is to dress and clean, having wings and tail. I love just mundaneness, like mundane aspects of fantasy worlds. That's really fun to explore. But yeah, let's see. So, the card represents an established set of spiritual values and beliefs, and is often correlated with religion and other formal doctrines. So since there's not really religion in Jet's Black Nuzlocke being explored, we're going to go with the more secular version of this. The formal doctrines, therefore, being the whole league system, the fact that Sir Francis is bred into the system for the system. He is given by the professor to Jet to act as part of her structured journey, basically. The expected journey, I suppose. So the next card is more about like personal beliefs and making your own choices. The Hierophant encourages you to learn the fundamental principles from a trusted source. Okay, so the first step, working with a teacher or mentor or guide, that kind of ties into Sir Francis because he had Bottles as his like sort of just like appeared out of nowhere mentor guide. And after Bottles kind of struck to life that fire to like the fighting spirit, I guess you could say, he I guess Sir Francis somehow like took on that role for Jet a little bit. You could say like maybe Jet should have been the guide to her starter and to her like Pokemon, but she's always been a little unsure of herself, especially after losing both Broccoli and Bottles. So Sir Francis, having like learned a thing about his position, his own strength and power, and what he can like give to the team and what the team needs from him, I think it makes sense for him to then like play that role for Jet, in that like someone, it's like, Jet, someone believes in you, and that's me, and I'm gonna help you. You can like rely on me, you know? So it's saying the Hierophant can either mean you have to find a mentor, or maybe you are being asked to be the mentor. Either way, I think it kind of suits him. My problem right now is, how do I portray that? Also, following convention or staying within the bounds of a tried and tested model. Is that not what we're fighting for, right? Like, N is coming in saying what you guys are doing, what you guys have been doing, this whole, like, trainer system, the way that everyone just expects that battles are okay, maybe isn't the best. Maybe it's like, maybe you should, like, do it different. And Sir Francis and Team Jet, we're going to be fighting N who's challenging the structure of the system. Because Sir Francis now believes in Jet as his trainer. He is the Pokemon. He fights for the trainer. There's that established hierarchy, relationship, order, and he's okay with it. He's perfectly fine with it. He believes in it at this point, especially as an Embor. Typically the Hierophant is portrayed somewhat like this, and let me pull up the old one as well. Tail says, Zero, I love your tarot deck. Thank you so much. I really like my tarot deck too. I did this, I think this was one of the last things I did in Photoshop before I had to switch over, and I missed this, like, this textured brush that I used to use. But you see, it's kind of the same here as here. It's like just really abstracted, but you have the man in the middle, the Hierophant himself. In the original, he's wearing multiple crowns. In the what's this one called? The Biddy tarot cards has him wearing some kind of golden helmet, I guess. But the staff they carry is the same, with the rod and the 3 whatever that is. And he's holding up his hands. You have the keys. I believe they're like the keys to something, like the keys to knowledge or whatever. The crossed keys at the Hierophant's feet represent the balance between the conscious and subconscious minds, and the unlocking of mysteries, which only he can teach. And then you have the 2 men at the bottom who are here to learn at the Hierophant's feet. So originally I have Sir Francis just kind of doing the gesture. I think he's pointing up. Hierophant is the masculine counterpart to the High Priestess. He is also known as the Pope or the Teacher in other tarot decks, and is ruled by Taurus. The Hierophant is a religious figure sitting between 2 pillars of a sacred temple. Though this temple differs from the one in which the High Priestess sits, he wears... Oh, that's the end of the sentence. So his temple is different from the High Priestess's. He wears 3 robes, red, blue, and white, and a 3-tiered crown, both representing the 3 worlds over which he rules. The conscious, subconscious, and superconscious. That sounds like some, like, psychology stuff, or philosophy maybe even. In his left hand, he holds the papal cross, a triple scepter that signifies his religious status. He raises his right hand in a religious blessing, with 2 fingers pointing towards heaven and 2 towards earth. Oh. Okay. Before him kneel 2 followers. The Hierophant's task is to pass down his spiritual wisdom and initiate the 2 into the church so they can take up their appointed roles. So I put down here the 2 fighting types that he is initiating into the team. I think I looked up Arabic. I think it was like Arabic or some kind of Middle Eastern language, and I believe, if I remember correctly, I might have wrote it here. No, I didn't. It probably says truth and ideals, one and the other. I probably just like looked it up and copied it. I've already explained the crowns. He's holding Tiny shovel for no reason, pointing up, and then Tiny and Brother Noodles here to learn from the fighting Pokemon. Ashtray says, I'm gonna go because it's late in the UK, but good luck with the card. Thank you so much, Ashtray. Yeah, I think I don't know if I'm allowed to post them before the collab is over, but I hope you enjoy seeing the final product when it's over. But good night, have a sweet dreams. Tail says, what if he's sitting in the center of Jet's other Pokemon looking like he's giving a lecture? That could be fun, yeah. Yeah, it's not a very action heavy card, so it'll definitely be more of a sitting down kind of. I think the main thing is figuring out how to do the composition right. Okay, so give me a sec, you guys. Alright, guys. So, I was able to pull the border, which, I think Winter Phoenix did. Let me see. Let me double check so I can properly... Winter's Phoenix. Shout out to Winter's Phoenix who did the border. That I did not have to do. One of the main reasons why I haven't yet, properly finished my own tarot deck is I don't have an idea for the border. But okay, so I can draw in between the two layers. Let's take a look. I don't have the one with my card name at the bottom because DeviantArt doesn't work for me, and Winters put the downloads on DeviantArt. I was only able to grab the first one that was on the top, which was the Chariot. So yeah, let me see. Finally have a concept for the Devil with Alma, but I changed it a lot from the card, so here's hoping it works. Hopefully, Tails. Yeah, I think a lot of them have been changing it a lot from the card. I personally really enjoy taking something and like doing a translation of it one-to-one, taking the elements and just finding parallel elements to replace them with. But I understand why for a lot of these they don't want to do that. So I think they're good for them to be like really different. Sounds like the id, ego, and super ego, says Tails. Oh, with the three worlds. Okay, let's see. I'm just... So I think I want to include a Pokeball. You know, the Hierophant is pointing up, 2 fingers up to heaven, 2 fingers down to earth. I think it's like referring to like religion and institution, the things the Hierophant are in reference to. I think having a Pokeball represent the institution of the Pokemon teams and trainers can be good. Definitely Sir Francis will have to be on the card because he's he's the card, he's the one I chose. And I think I'm gonna make him the Emboar, you know? I can either make him the Emboar and then have like his like Tepig self at the bottom, because when you like flip it, but that might be a little weird. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna stick with one. And if I end up drawing all of the team, I don't think I need to draw all of them. Maybe just a few to like represent. Okay, so I can have him maybe. Let's just try Tails' idea. I guess Little Dog is the most childlike, so like it might. It's weird though because this wasn't really their dynamic. I feel like Little Dog kind of was more willing to be on the team in the beginning than Sir Francis was. He could be holding a Pokeball, maybe. I could also have this, the person he's like explaining it to could be Brother Noodles, who actually does come in much later and may need some learning. You have, you can put Little Dog on this side. Because why not? Why not have Little Dog? If you can include Little Dog, you should include Little Dog. I think should be the motto. You can be like thinking like, oh, okay. I see. Should probably lock these so I don't accidentally grab them. There we go. Okay, so he's holding a thing. Maybe he can be gesturing. Lyra! Lyra's here! Welcome to the stream! Tail says the DA one has been fighting everyone. Oh really? Everyone? Not just me? Lil Dog always deserves to be there, says Wheeler. Also, who wants to call my job for me? Petition to let Lyra stay home from work. I would call your job for you, Lyra, if I didn't also have anxiety. Though if they would accept it, I would totally call your work for you. Say like, hey, my friend Lyra here says McDonald's isn't worth dying for. If I'm gonna die for McDonald's, I'm gonna die eating fast food and it's gonna clog up my arteries, not driving to the McDonald's because it's making me work. It is not worth it. Right? Here's some casual D&D stuff with my character's family farm, the little green one. Thanks for sharing, Rodolfo. Let's see. Yeah, no, I definitely, it's incredibly weird and somewhat horrifying how much I take for granted that Virginia is just kind of built to like, we know how to handle bad weather. Everyone stays home so that the plows can like go and do their thing without struggle, and then like, you know, you go. Though I guess I don't know how it works for the fast food industry. They might still have to go to work here as well, but like at least the plows are operational and there, and they're constantly salting the roads when they have like storm warnings, and like, yeah, it's like they're on top of it. But different areas that aren't used to seeing snow, it's like everything becomes super dangerous, and I'm like, oh no, I'm terrified. There's so much empty space down here. I feel like I need to fill. Um hmm. Can I have someone sitting here? I think I can fit someone sitting here and someone sitting here. Who should these two be? Let me think. I can bend his leg a bit more so he's sitting more cross-leg. Did the music stop? No, we still have 4 more to go. I think the website is having trouble. Let's see. Let me pause that. See if I have anything else to listen to. Guess I can put on some Hades. Oh my goodness, my eardrums. Is it? Was it going quietly? Cause like it's buffering on my end. It's like shown as the it's like turning in circles. And now I can't pause it again. I am paused it to see if it'll play, and now it won't. Well, you know what? Those were really nice songs. I might download a bunch and put it on my actual track. Let's check if Hades has any good ones. Now this game is a roguelike, and it's got a lot of fighting in it, so I don't know, the music in it might be too up tempo for me, but we'll see. I think it was going softly and then it stopped. So it's like you could potentially imagine that it was still going because of how soft it was. But I'm pretty... Oh, if you hear something, if you hear music, I think that's my brother playing the trumpet, actually. So that might be what you were hearing. Because he is puffing away a little bit in the background. Drake Lakertake is here. Says, I'm staying on YouTube now. Okay. Oh, you're just... Okay, I gotcha. You switched over. Alright. Sounds good. Tail says, I feel like a Tepic self would be cool if you could fit it into a reflection. So it literally shows the upside down version of himself. That might take up a lot of space. That would be an interesting other way to portray it. Yeah. Though it would feel a little too self-reflective, I think. Whereas this card is supposed to be outward. I'm liking this setup. And I'm wondering if I put like an Oshawott and a Snivy maybe. Like the next generation. Somewhat. Could be fun. Maybe instead of Little Dog here, I can have Little Dog up on his head and have this be like a Tepig. This could be a Oshawott. For some reason, Brother Noodles is here. I don't know why I would include Brother Noodles since he's not really important. So if I can think of someone better to include there. There's something there's like putting random stand-in characters like these starters is one thing, but having an actual character is another, and I don't think he like... Let's get rid of him. I like Red Eye better. He's more important. And Lil Dog, obviously. It's just Sir Francis surrounded by a bunch of friendos. I'm liking this composition, actually. It's fun. I like it. Tails is gonna sign Lyra's petition. Lyra's stay home until the it's safer petition. Wheeler says, I doubt we have plows, and my mom told me they don't salt the roads. Oh no! Wheeler, I'm so sorry. I'm glad, even though you have to call in every day, I'm glad they're at least letting you stay home. Hopefully they don't, like, make a big deal about it. The music's low. Okay, let me turn that up. How's that? Happy is like, what do you mean he's not important? Who is he again? Brother Noodles was the what's the word? A Mian Fu that I caught in Dragon Spiral Tower. Y'all, I was gonna like do things with that Mian Fu. I was gonna like have a whole like civilization of Mian Fus led by this old wizened Mian Xiao who were like their society is built around guarding the tower from trespassers, and they were gonna have like a whole story arc, but the joke was gonna be that the whole thing was gonna be in Chinese, so no one except for like anyone who can like read Chinese would know what's happening, except for like context clues. I got the idea because I used to read these comics. I used to have these comics that were in Chinese, so I didn't understand what the words were, but I could like more or less divvy out what was happening based on the pictures, like the illustrations. It would have essentially been like silent comic, but there's dialogue if you can read the Chinese. Turns out it's kind of annoying and time consuming and difficult to write Chinese when you don't speak Chinese. This was an idea I had a long time ago, and I was like, oh, I'll just get my mom to help me translate them. But yeah, I didn't end up spending that much time on that area of the game. There were other things to worry about at that point. I guess this was back when I also expected Jet's Black Nuzlocke to be much more of a gag comic, so it would have more time to like deviate and do stuff like that. And then finally, of course, I would have had to like come up with an actual storyline. And one just didn't come to me by the time I got there. I still kept some of those ideas though, like Brother Noodles trying to prevent Percy and his sister from going in at first, like trying to block them off, was kind of a carryover, a left behind bit of that original concept. And it made for a fun little gag to like bring back when Jet catches him, so that was fun. I'm drawing all this in with the border on, just so I know where these like loops are and I can be sure that things are poking out in a way that's, you know, pleasing. But I will turn them off when I do the final render. It's just not really fun drawing with this in the way constantly. Okay, so that's Tepig, there's Snivy. Snivy looks a little weird. It's a little better maybe? I don't know. Little foot. Have the foot little poking out. Okay, let me see if I remember how Oshawott looks. Man, this music's a little hard. It's going a little hard. It's like the hard rock or something. Oh my goodness. I don't think he has, I don't know, maybe he has freckles. I feel like he has freckles for some reason. Man, if I was gonna listen to something this hard, I would maybe put on like Sonic music or something. I don't know. I'm not digging this too much. It's like getting my, it's like kind of it's like giving me anxiety. Let's see. I heard Chrono Trigger has some good music. Let's try Chrono Trigger. Oh man, these are Chrono Trigger remixes. I don't know what that means, but there's not a whole lot of them, so let's give it a try. Let me know if the music's still too low for anyone, or if it's too high at all. Tails is recommending the One Shot soundtrack. Wheeler and Happy are saying Sonic music. What is One Shot? I've never heard of One Shot. One Shot is not on this website, unfortunately. Let's see what Sonic gives me. Oh gosh. No. No. Please. No killing. Tails. Tails is our resident Sonic expert. Which Sonic do you recommend for our listening tonight? What is this Sonic the Hedgehog cafe selection? Excuse me? Oh gosh, my eardrums. Okay guys, I'm gonna adjust audio real quick. Okay. I have no idea what this remix is from. Are these all gonna have vocals to them? I don't want to listen to a bunch of vocal soundtracks, but let's let this play for now. Okay, let's see. Tails was saying Tiny or July. Those little boys were evolved by the time Sir Francis evolved, so I could make it like non-canonically chronologic, but if I can, I'd rather try. Yeah, but that was before I settled on the starters, I think. But those were good suggestions. Wheeler says I'm stealing July. You know what, Wheeler? She's probably gonna be safer with you anyway. Tailsim says, a Mienfu. Ah, you mean a Camilla. Happy says I don't remember him at all. He didn't do much. Happy says the music is a bit high now. What do you think, chat? I can hear Zero fine. Yeah, it feels distracting. It was pretty distracting for me, even, like, listening to it. Distraction comes from the style of the music than the volume. One Shot is a small indie puzzle RPG game about a little cat boy trying to put the sun back into the sky. That's cute. That sounds cute. Gotta go fast. Okay, I'm gonna try. What did you say? Sonic 8. Sonic Advanced. Okay, let's see if I can find Sonic Advanced. Okay. Well, y'all let me know how the sound is. Let's see how we like this selection. Some people were talking today about how much they love Lil Dog, and I was like joking, like, man, if anything happens to Little Dog, I'm gonna have to kill everyone in the room and then myself. And then I was like, you know what? Actually, scratch that. If anything happens to Little Dog, Fire Dog is gonna kill everyone in the room and then come kill me. Either way, I end up dead. But I think the second one is more deserving. And you know what? Now that I think about it, realistically, if anything happens to Little Dog, everyone in the room is gonna kill me. Again, either way, I end up dead. I have put myself in a precarious situation where every single character in Jet's Black Nuzlocke is now a precious cinnamon roll who everybody loves. And, no one's going to end up happy at the end. Because if any of these characters kicks the bucket, it's gonna cause depression. It's like, plot twist, the real reason why Nuzlocke comics can't finish is because the authors get killed off before they can kill off any more characters that we love. This music's pretty chill. I'm digging it. It's a give or take for me when it comes to chiptunes. It's up in the air whether or not chiptunes can be a little too chiptune and like give me a headache, or if it's like the right frequency where I can listen to a bunch of it. Ironically, some of my favorite soundtrack from games, Banjo-Kazooie music, can hit that chiptune kind of frequency if I listen to it too much, even though it's not chiptunes. It's got that like old video game quality to it. But this is chill so far. I'm digging it so far. This song is cute. Do 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 do. Man, now there feels like too much empty space up here. Well, first of all, let's move his ear so it's not like contending with Little Dog so bad. Wheeler says I should probably call into work. Yeah, when's the latest you can call in? Probably better to let them know sooner in case they can make up. I wonder what they even can do when you like don't show up. Do they just like ask someone else to do it, or does the manager have to like do it? In theory, midnight. Better do it before you forget, at least. Happy says, who says it's just limited to the room? Wheeler says, Lil Dog... Wheeler says, Lil Dog dies. 0. I don't know how I'm dying or who's doing it, but I probably deserve it. Tail says, also if I may be a brat real fast. To all 2D Sonic fans that complain that 3D Sonic ruined Sonic, allow me to point out that the Sonic Advance series is right there. Are you saying Sonic Advance ruined Sonic? Rip 0. We talked this in 100 Days server. The better dilemma. The better the character, the more chance of you getting murdered for their death. Also, with the chiptune thing, it probably helps that this music was made for the Game Boy Advanced. So much like Pokemon Ruby Sapphire Emerald, it's not too chiptuney. Well, here's the thing though. I prefer the Pokemon Ruby version of Little Root Town to the Omega Ruby orchestration. I prefer the arrangement that they have in Pokemon Ruby. But it's a little too chiptune-y for me. If I listen to it enough times, I get a headache. Well, not even enough times. Like if I just listen to it, I think it kind of hits that spot. Fortunately for the streams, I think I do have it for the streams, and fortunately I put it at a low enough volume that I don't really it doesn't affect me. I think that's what's happening. I can listen to it if it's a low enough volume. Maybe. On top of it being not too chiptuney. It has to be both, I think. There are definitely chiptuney tunes that are so chiptuney that, like, even if I put it down at a lower volume, it'll still get me. Tail says, the better dilemma was supposed to be the Nuzrider dilemma. Whoops. Okay. Generally, they'll call someone in, but they, like, don't need me. Really? But you're, like, the only one who does that one task, I thought. Oh, I guess you get help now? I don't know. Yeah, just... That's true, it's dead. No one's coming... No one's coming in. Everyone who has 2 brain cells are staying home. Just sitting there, freezing your butt off. Oh, Tail says no, that Sonic Advanced is a great 2D Sonic experience and people just ignored it. I'll always be grumpy because like 2D Sonic was alive and well and super fun. Wheeler says if I could safely teleport there, I'd go in. Get paid to sketch for comics. Yeah, right? It really is just the Wheeler, you have to stay home or else it's too dangerous. Ah. Okay, I'm moving the ear slightly because it is contending. Man, the best scenario is they let you stay home and then they pay you for like staying home because it wasn't your fault that you couldn't go into work. That's really the thing. They're making you call in so that they don't have to pay you for not showing up. Not that they would anyways, but like if there's any kind of regulation that would stipulate that they have to do that, you know they're going to try and sidestep it. Okay, guys, it's too empty. It's too empty up here. Just have all the Pokemon. Can I move the Oshawott up? Is that too much? Is the bird too much? You think the bird's too much? Wheeler's like, imagine being paid to stay home. Tail says, imagine. Wheeler says, imagine getting any sort of sick days or vacation time or anything beneficial for employees from employers or government. Happy said, who's the bird? The bird's the word. It's not anything. I mean, I just added a bird. Tail says, I wish this made sense, but my old job was the same. Would have me come in when no one was on the golf field and I literally couldn't make money, but still had you come in. Not safe at all. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Wheeler. You should start a Patreon so I can pay you to stay home. Zero, what have you done? That'd be stuck in my head all day. The bard, bird's the word. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really much like the bird. If I could like fit 2 birds, I might put bird, but I would rather everyone be like seated, no like motion, basically. I could scale everyone down slightly. Maybe not that much. And then have, like, bottles in the back. I'm just kidding. Oh, wow, whatever. Okay, let's line this thing. Let's not spend too much time, like, fussing. Jump right into getting it lined up. Alright. Well, so, anyways, I got myself a new monitor over the week. It finally arrived. And it works great. It took a little while for me to figure out which way to plug it in. And I had a little bit of a scare, because the monitor didn't come with, like, a sound system. Like, it doesn't play sound. So I was like, oh no, did I make a mistake? Do I have to return this and buy a monitor with sound? And it's like, oh no, wait, I can hook it through to the computer. The computer will provide the sound, and the monitor's just for the visual. Which actually works better, because if I am to stream games and stuff, I want the audio to come from the computer so I can capture it to OBS. So that worked out perfect. There's like no lag. It's so smooth. Funny enough, the only problem really is I don't have much space in my room. So like I have to turn my chair to face the monitor. I have it like next to me, to my right. And then my computer desktop thing becomes like to my left because I'm turned to face the monitor, and that makes it a little difficult if I need to like read chat or whatever. And then my mic is like all the way to the left, which usually is fine because like I'm somewhat facing it, even if I'm looking down or like towards my Cintiq. So it picks me up fine. But if I turn away to like the monitor, I think it might be a little too far. So I'm gonna have to pull it over if that's the case. Not too big of a deal. But it's just funny how much I'm putting into this when I'm really not a game channel, but I'm like spending money now and like rearranging stuff. Of course, being able to play games on the monitor from my computer, like at my computer I mean, also has its personal benefits, because I have friends on Discord who I can like stream games to and just like casually play games with. And also being able to play in my room at my computers where I can chat with folks and watch YouTube videos without having to play undocked is pretty nice. I think my next big purchase will probably be a rototrim. I've been needing one for the shop, but also for my own needs. It's basically a paper trimmer that like I keep losing my X-Acto knives, which is not good. But I've noticed while cutting prints sometimes that it like it bends the paper in a way that I don't like. And if I'm going to be doing any kind of conventions again, I'm gonna want a rototrim. There's no way I am X-Acto kniving like 50 prints. Of course, no one's doing conventions these days, but I think that will probably be my next big purchase regardless, because hey, I kind of need one for the shop, and when it comes time to do it, it will be there. It's kind of funny because I'm occasionally buying things for the shop and putting my name on them, so when I leave my job, I'm gonna like be taking all this stuff home, and like they're just gonna be like, what? I'm like, this is mine, I'm sorry. Like, I just kind of wanted one for myself. I like when I make big purchases, I like finding secondary like needs for them. Like, I wanted a monitor, but I didn't buy one until I was like, you know what, maybe I'll stream Hollow Knight on Twitch someday. And that got me like, okay, I can justify this purchase. Happy says Cuphead stream. You know what? It's possible. You know, a Cuphead stream I'm torn on, because technically my brother has already gotten it on Steam. So I could just play his copy of it on Steam. But I would have to play it. Here's the thing. I would have to play it from my Windows computer, which isn't really set up the way I like for any kind of streaming. I played Majora's off of it and kind of hurt my back sitting in the wrong position. So I'd have to like set it up at my desk somehow. And then on top of that, it doesn't recognize my controller. So I have to either buy a new controller, like an Xbox controller or something, which I'm not used to using. So I would also have to like learn how to use an Xbox controller. Or What was the other option? I had another option. For Cuphead specifically, my other option would be to buy it on Switch, but, like, I had another option for, like, for a controller. It was either buy an Xbox controller or something else that cost money, but, I don't actually know. I thought about this way back when I downloaded Cuphead to try. And then, like, okay, so what I have, guys, what I have is a Windows computer, Steam, and then a Nintendo Switch USB plug-in GameCube controller. Did you get that? A USB plug-in Nintendo Switch GameCube controller. It's a little weird, and then it doesn't recognize it on Steam. So I have this app that maps your keyboard keys to the controller's buttons. So I have to tell it, okay, the X key, map that to the A button, and then, like, so on and so forth. Which I have done. And it took so long to do that by the time I got it in, I was ready for bed. So I haven't actually tried Cuphead at all, like, even the slightest bit. I'm still looking forward to, like, giving it a shot. But yeah, I don't know which would be worse, like trying to use this controller, which I jerry-rigged, mapped the buttons to myself, or get a controller that I'm not used to using. Who knows? I should probably give Cuphead a try, so if I do stream it, it's not like 3 hours of me doing the first level. Though when I watched Kadu play it, I don't think there are, like, levels. It's hard to understand, but it looks like there are, like, boss fights and then, like, platform stages. And they're, like, divorced from each other, because you can walk from one to another, and they're, like, all on the map. But then there are, like, boss fights that are at the end of certain platform, location. It's odd. It's an odd situation. What an odd situation. Yeah, or I can just buy it on Switch and just have it on Switch, because I have Switch all set up for streaming. And I have to say, I really like the Joy-Con controllers. Not when they have the drift, obviously. Like, that's quite a big downside to the Joy-Cons, is they drift. I think that's just a flaw in the design. I have N64 controllers from way back when. I have NES controllers that I used back in the day. A lot. And they're still functional. That's one game I do want to play. I do want to stream Mario 3, Super Mario Brothers 3. I feel like I can get quite far in that game on stream. I don't think I can beat it, though. The last level is very difficult. I don't think I've ever beaten it. But part of me is worried because, like, I love playing that game, but there's something so right about the feel of the NES controller for that game that how am I supposed to play it if I don't have that, like, square cutting into my hand. Those, like, the buttons just so perfectly placed for the type of movement that you need. Did you guys ever play anything on the NES? Have you ever used that controller? I think do they have like a Switch NES controller that you can get? Tail says, speaking of Hollow Knight, I should start my personal playthrough of that soon. Man, that game was fun. I'm glad you had fun, Tails. It really did come across to me that you were being pushed by the stream to play in a way that wasn't conducive to the game. And like, I watched Game Grumps play Hollow Knight, and I was really disappointed before I watched it to hear that they didn't continue that series. I'm like, what? They're not like playing the whole way through? But after watching like the 3 or 4 episodes that they have up and Aaron just not getting anywhere, I'm like, okay, I think I understand. And I couldn't even really tell if Aaron was like feeling frustrated at all. But something told me that Dan might have been getting frustrated watching. And Dan's very sweet. He tried to like play it off as like, oh, you know, it's just wanted to like try and remember what happened, like what we got done, and it's like nothing. We didn't get anything done last stream. I don't know. I might be reading too much into it. Sometimes I watch Game Grumps and I get the vibe that they're not enjoying something, but other people don't get the same vibe. Like when they were playing Ace Attorney, I kept feeling like Dan was actually bored and like, because he kept saying stuff like, man, isn't this a great game? Man, like, this is just such a great game. And it's like, it's the kind of like way that you say when you like have nothing else to say but you want to stay positive about something, or you don't want to like piss off a fan base of something. Is the vibe that I got. But like, I don't know, like my friends who were also watching it didn't get that vibe, so maybe it's just me. Because certainly I can be enjoying something and like say things in a way that doesn't come across as positive. So I don't know. Happy says, but people watch Cuphead to watch the player suffer. Well, okay. Who here wants to watch me play Cuphead blind? Who wants to watch me suffer, aka suffer me not making any progress? Does that sound entertaining to anyone? Are you not entertained? I have to warn you. This is how bad of a player I am, okay? I fought Undyne for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, because I didn't realize I was supposed to run from that battle. I just sat there and grinded Undyne's fight until someone like popped in the chat and was like, "You're supposed to run away." And this is my second playthrough of the game. I had already beaten the game at this point. My second playthrough, I just sat there and like kept fighting Undyne. So, yeah. If that sounds like fun to anyone else, I am more than happy to oblige. Because I like playing games, but I like playing games with folks even more. And you know, it's funny. Because during my Undertale playthrough, I don't think many people were actually watching, but the fact that I was streaming and the potential that someone was watching, it made me feel like people were watching. It was like, it was fun. Like I had plenty to talk about. And it was almost like I ended up being able to keep myself company with the the idea that someone might also be there that I can't see. I've never been one of those people who talk to themselves. I have friends who constantly talk to themselves, and they say they have like this little voice in their head that they can like hear sometimes. And I'm like, really? They're like, yeah, even when I'm by myself, I might just, like, say things out loud or, like, describe or, like, talk about what I'm doing. Like, I've never really had that except when I'm streaming. There's like a streamer brain that flips on, and I'm like, I am an entertainer now. And, I start having conversations with myself. And it's, hopefully entertaining. Fish are kind of hard to draw. Oh no. That tangent. Man, after talking about Jello and stuff on the Sunday stream, the Swish DLC stream, I've been like thinking about my PMDE characters, and like how it would be possible to like retell their story in a cohesive manner. Or even like, if not retell, then like compile. Like if that was possible. Because I made some pretty nice pieces for that group that I'm really proud of. Okay, so that's everyone. Everyone's lined. Let's get the colors in. Pants. The fact that Sir Francis, I mean Embor's underside, like his bottom is like colored red and the rest of him is orange, just always makes me think he's wearing big red pants. Got a color in his pants. Canvas darker so I can put in the whites. I think Oshawott white. I think the face is white. What else? Red eye. Toes. Feets. More toes. Claws. Yellow, 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 yellow. Red. Oh, teeth. I'm gonna make his eyes red today. His eyes kind of change color on my whim. As I see fit. Let's see. Tail says, "Oh, that makes sense now. This makes sense now. There's a fun type of suffering to watch and an fun type of suffering to watch. Once it hits misery, it really is not fun to watch, to play or watch." Happy says that, and I'm not really here to watch you suffer or get frustrated. I like these streams because it's nice and relaxing. Happy says, "Ha, really? Did someone clip it?" Oh, that's me. Oh, Tail says, "Oh, that's me aloud to myself." I don't know if anyone clipped it. It might not even be on Twitch anymore, but I think it's on YouTube. See, here's why it's always, are you guys interested? Because I don't feel like I would get frustrated like, okay, I might play up that I'm frustrated. If I'm actually frustrated, I tend to go kind of quiet. But like, as far as me like playing Undertale went, or like Hollow Knight especially, I could go, I think I went like 7 hours on Watcher Nights, 3 days on Nightmare King Grim. It's like there's a level of frustration, I guess, but like I can't stop. I just want to keep going. I can feel it's getting closer, and it's just like there's this satisfying nature to like playing it and and just trying to do it, even when no one was watching. So at least for me, I can get stuck in a game. In terms of if it's interesting to watch, that's another problem, of course. I don't want it to be annoying on stream. So, you know, we could, if I ever do a Cuphead, we could make it like a, or Hollow Knight, or any of those. We could, like, make it so that if you guys get bored, I can switch it up. I don't know. It's hard to say. Even with Hollow Knight, I know I talk a big game, like, oh, I beat Hollow Knight and I'm gonna stream it now. Yeah, I don't know if I've gotten, like, if I can go back and, like, still be as good, or, like, you know, I still did spend 7 hours to beat the Watcher Knights. It would really suck for you guys if I ended up having to do that again. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think I would probably practice a bit, and see. I'm glad that these streams have been relaxing for you, though, because I don't want to do anything that makes me stressed out so much that it would stress you guys out. Because, like Happy said, I also want these to be a chill time that we can spend together. And I feel like that's what it's been for me so far. I've been enjoying our time. It's definitely given me opportunity to work on things that I don't normally have time to work on, such as this collab. Let's see, Tepig. Let's see what Tepig's real colors are. Some kind of pale orange. A little darker than that. Oh no. I should have put Tepig here. 'Cause he blends in. Okay, I might be able to save it with some, lighting, maybe. If I, like... If I do some, like, highlights, I might be able to separate it out. And this really fat Snivy, because it had to fit in that space. Tail says, Zero, you beat Hollow Knight on a delay. You are powerful. Okay, yes. I'll give you that. I played a lot of Hollow Knight on my computer off of my my capture display because I wanted my friends to watch me, and I ended up spending like probably twice as long as I might have because of that. Who knows? I do know that I had a lot of trouble with some bosses until I went and hooked up to the actual TV, and then suddenly I was able to beat them. So, yeah, you know, I tend to forget. I tend to forget that I had to contend with a delay. For me, it's just, this game took this much time. I sometimes, just to assume I would take that much time every time. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I love Hollow Knight though. It's such a good game. And like the lore is so much fun. I am a big stupid sucker for lore. And I usually don't do well with games where it just like kind of hides the lore in places and you just have to stumble upon it and put it together for yourself. In fact, I'm really bad. Are you guys okay with like some Hollow Knight spoiler? I can save it. Actually, you know, I'll save it. Yeah, I'll definitely talk about it again when I get there anyways in the actual game. So, but there's basically one part that I just completely misinterpreted when I got to it. I was like, oh, that's me. If you've played the game, you know what I'm talking about. But it's like a cutscene, and then I'm like, that's me. What does it mean? It was not me. Okay, let's start putting in the eyes, 'cause a couple of these characters. Oops. Don't forget, he's called Red Eye for a reason. He's got them red eyes. And of course, Snivy over here has... Okay, let's put a little glow. Let's bring some light to the fire. Since CSP takes Photoshop brushes now, didn't you get your flame brush back? I did, yeah! We'll get to use that today. I'm really excited. CSP can download Photoshop brushes now, but they come in a little wonky. It's like a bizarro version of your brush, but with a little bit of adjustment, you can usually get it back to how you need it to be. One of my brushes I am still unsure about, but the fire brush basically works just as it's supposed to. It's a simpler brush, I guess, which helps, and plus I made it. So I know what I'm trying to do. The other brush I actually bought from Aaron Blaze's creatureartteacher.com, and so that one I didn't make. So trying to get it back to the way it was before, I'm not really sure what I'm looking for. But you know, it's not really necessary. And then, of course, I have a lot of brushes, actually, in Photoshop that aren't actually brushes. Photoshop has brushes, and then they have tools. And tools are a different file format that CSP still doesn't accept. It's not too bad, though. let's see how it looks with the, Oh, little dog! Pardon me. Forgot to dress you. Get your colors in. There we go. And actually, another thing I forgot is the inside of the mouths. And the tongue. Okay, let's see. There's so much to contend with. There's like tangents happening everywhere. I think that's good. What color for the background? Well, first I guess let's get the fishbowl in. Get the water. I almost never draw the water in the fishbowl anymore. I used to draw water in here, and then it just kind of got a little too much to keep track of. Let's put that on top, maybe, of the line art. How you liking the soundtrack so far? I'm liking it so far. Yeah, it's fun. Oh gosh. What is that noise? Yeah, I think the noise, the sound volume is low enough that it doesn't bother me in terms of it being chiptune, you know? Which is good. And it's pretty chill. And a lot of the songs, they have a bit of a nice melody to them, which I I gravitate towards a lot. I think I might have to, give me a sec, I might have to turn off my heater. Is that why the air feels kind of thin in here? It's like nice and warm, but it's a little hard to breathe. I am very much not used to having a space heater on. At first I was just sitting in front of the space heater, being like, oh, yes, yes, but then like it dried out my eyes. I don't know what to do for the background, unfortunately. I think what is the color of learning? I kind of like that. That's a little... That's kind of soft and makes him stand out a bit against it. Okay, so foreground, background, oh no, it's lagging. the shape of the tool is being affected a little, I think, by the size, but I don't know how. And the lag is making it kind of hard to play around with it because it's not reacting right away. So if I put something down, I can't like immediately see if it's where I want it to be. Oh gosh. I always try to keep a lot of the yellow in the middle, as if that's like the hottest part and it's like flaring out from his chin. Yeah. That's like the old fire brush that I used to use. The new one I have is pretty darn good too though. Let's see. Where is it? Where did I put my new fire brush? I wouldn't have thrown it away. That's not it. That's weird. Where did my old fire brush? Where did my new fire brush go? I wouldn't have like thrown it away just because I got my old one back, because I would have been afraid that the old one wouldn't work right. And I definitely remember keeping it. Did I accidentally like toss it? I might have like accidentally tossed it at some point. That could have happened. Because I was moving things around and also like bringing stuff in that I didn't want and then like taking them back out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh well. It's not too bad. Let's see. Tail says, hey, zero question. You know those old Ask Meme templates you used to fill out a lot of? Have you ever seen one specifically for Nuzlockers? Yeah, of course. tutorials and memes. What is this one? This is a comic meme. What is this? Love meme. Your OCs in the real world meme. I wish there was a way to, like, see the name. Can I hover? Best friend meme? Character meme? I think I can just tab through. Mask. Tutorial. Part 2. I don't know why I saved that. There's no way I'm making any sculptures. These are all tutorials. Tutorial. What's this? Fairy tale meme. Art meme. Style meme. Ultimate expression meme. How well do you know your original character? OC biography sheet. This is the pain meme. Wolf eyes tutorial. Expression meme. That one's a good one. Crazy OC remix. Wolf style meme. Music band meme. Can you guess my favorite character? This one. This one. This one. Tutorial. Oh, Pokemon trainer meme. Nuzlocke meme. There it is. By Moa K. I don't know if they do a comic or anything, but I found this one a long time ago. Let's see how old is this. This is 2011 is when this was made. Hi there, let's start with some background. Who made the first Nuzlocke you read? Draw the main character and their team. Ah, memories. Now how about showing us your favorite Nuzlocke? Or our second favorite if your favorite is the first one you found. Okay, time for talking about you. What games have you done your own Nuzlocke challenge on? Any extra rules besides the main 2 you apply to your runs? Now if you've played multiple Nuzlocks, pick one. Introduce us to your main character and their current most recent team, please. Who's the most reliable battler? Show us your moves. Any Pokemon you really wanted to catch but couldn't fail to. Nuzlocke can be heartbreaking. What death hurt the most? What hurt the most is being so close. Dang, this is getting depressing. Let's go for some action. Show us your most intense battle. Uh-oh, people are shipping some of your characters. Which ones? And on that note, I think it's time to wrap up 3 tags. This was back when you, like, had to tag people, too. Oh, my goodness. Tails is like pain meme. Wolf style. What hurts the most is being so close. Anyways, yeah, no, that's the only one that I remember seeing. What's this? The OC double meme. What is this? First things first. Hello, Mr. Miss Original Character. What is your name and how did you come to be? Oh, this is like in character. That's nice. I like how a lot of these memes are like they anticipate an answer and they're always unimpressed or like weirded out by it. It's always okay, moving on, or like, you know. Not gonna lie, might make one of my own. You should. That one, keep in mind, was made a very long time ago when Nuzlocks were very different. I think if you go through the extravaganza, you might have some fun ideas for a new kind of meme. And what I don't like about that meme that I just shared is a lot of the questions I'm not sure how I would answer them with a drawing, you know? Like maybe it feels more like a text answer based kind of questionnaire. I like ones that sort of like the ones later on were really good. The ones that were like, what's your like best battler? What Pokemon did you want to catch and couldn't? Stuff like that is fun. Oops. That's not the wrong. But the first few can be a little can feel a little either too long, like you need too many words so you have to just like type it out, or like um stuff like that. uh definitely it would be nice to have a new one. And I don't know, if you ask the 100-day server, some of those folks might have memes that they've found or even made that they can share with you. um do people still do those kind of memes? I know the word meme has definitely changed over time to not really mean those kind of things. How would you say them? Is it like a drawing meme, an artist meme, like a deviant art meme? Like, is there a different term now to like make sure you understand what kind of meme is being referred to and not just like an actual meme? Who knows? Language, man. Ask after you have a few. That's very smart. Have you guys ever done any memes like that? I used to do them all the time. They were a lot of fun. Of course, I always hated the part that like made you tag people, cuz I didn't want to. I either didn't have enough people that I knew to tag, or I felt like I was um being a bother when I did tag people. Because usually when I got tagged, I felt like I had to do it under obligation, and I didn't want to like force anyone else to suffer the same fate. I found the ones that were most fun for me were ones where it like made you draw your characters interacting with other characters. Cuz I had a lot of characters that didn't really have stories. Um and it was fun sort of answering questions that I never thought of, and like basically learning about my character through doing the meme. The meme would be like, do you have any like favorite foods? And I'll be like, that's a great question. Maybe this. And I'd like make something up. Or a meme would be like, this character and this character now have to Fadango, and it's like, oh, what would they do? And I'm like, that's a great question. Oh, Happy says, is the music gone? It sure is. um... Let's try this. Oh my goodness. This is cute. Tail says, oh, also mood, though me and my friends usually RP'd for that. Take a character, toss them with a bunch of other characters and conflicts, and you would learn a lot fast. I'm gonna act as if the border is like casting a shadow on little dog. Oh, you know, I think I'm gonna redo the line on this section right here. His head feels like a weird shape to me. I think that's a little better. I probably won't stick with this color, but it's a good enough one to start off with, I suppose. Whoever is playing this soundtrack does not know what they're doing. Oh my goodness. Can y'all guess which soundtrack this is? It is Yoshi's Island. And hello Ender Salsa, who's now following. Thank you for the follow. But yeah, I thought I would try Yoshi's Island, but I think I got the wrong one. Let's try the DS version. I played a Yoshi's Island, but that one didn't sound much familiar. I think this one is what I'm... Okay, yeah, I think I remember this one a little more. It at least sounds like someone who knows how to play music is playing. But hey, how you doing, Ender? Thanks for joining us. I am trying to shade. What is everyone up to tonight? I hope things are going smoothly in your part of the world. Yeah, this is a nice chill soundtrack, if I recall correctly. Okay, and a little bit of right here and there. Speaking of like frustration, I feel like I got a little frustrated at the end of the Banjo-Tooie game. And I'm like I'm feeling it now. Like Tails says this one streamer like plays Banjo-Kazooie and like it hates it, and I'm like, yeah, streaming Banjo-Tooie was certainly a much more stressful experience than streaming Banjo-Kazooie. Like half the time I was trying to show off parts of the game that I really liked, but it would like happen out of order because I forgot a certain thing, or like backtracking would feel like it takes too long, whereas when I just played it on my own, I didn't feel like it mattered because it just means I went the wrong way, so just go back the other way. But when people were watching, suddenly it was like, I goofed. I only have 30 minutes left in the stream and I'm gonna spend 15 of it like backtracking. It was definitely a different experience. And like I think I basically had to take the entire stream to beat Gruntilda. Like she was definitely a challenge. Just when you thought you had grown a little older, grown a little wiser, and could take down Gruntilda in less time than it took you as a child, and then you realize Gruntilda does not take prisoners. Gruntilda is here to wreck you. Gruntilda knows how your Nuzlocke will end and is not happy. It's been a long time since I played this game. I don't know what we're listening to anymore. Ooh. Ooh. see if any of this looks good. Set to multiply, lighten. That's not bad. Let's try changing the color maybe to something else. Blue is nice. Blue is always nice for a shadow. You can't go wrong with blue. Let's fix some areas and then turn it back on. I don't like that little bit there. I don't... I thought there was another spot. I think the... Okay, I think we're out of cutscene territory and into like stages, because this is either stage 1 or stage 2, and I think it's stage 1. And highlight the ear so it stands out. Oh boy. And I think that's done? Is that done? I feel like that was a little too easy. Well, big thanks to Tails who came up with the idea. Really saved a lot of time, because the biggest time crunch would have been trying to figure out what to actually do. Let's grab this color so I can do some edits. This was a good idea. And then I think I'll probably just ask if I can like give them this file, and then they can put Hierophant down at the bottom. Because if not, I shall have to download the file at school, at work, where I can actually access the stash. Okay, let's see. I forgot to expand the selection when I colored the beard, so like there's a little bit of a red outline where it didn't like go under. Okay, that's pretty good. Look, we did it. Since we have some time, I'm gonna fix Red Eye's fishbowl situation here, I think. The water on top looks a little strange. Little dog looks good. Okay, yeah. Well, we did it. I feel like the ground could use a little work. It's so boring. The background is so boring. Can we do something with the background? I've always been bad at like backgrounds and making it look fancy. And you know, the whole thing with like tarot is like things look fancy and such. And we have like 15 minutes. Let's see. Let me catch up with the chat real quick. Ender says I'm doing pretty alright. I just finished celebrating a slightly belated Valentine's with my girlfriend. Hey! Oh yeah, happy Valentine's Day to everyone. My friend made me this. It's Punches, his Audino, and it's very sweet. It was very sweet to get that. Happy says, I can't believe I left 30 minutes before the finale. I didn't think you would finish that quick. I know, right? You go like 2 hours and you're like, well, we're gonna be here for a while, and then you like leave for 30 minutes and I finish. That's just how it goes. Ender says, I didn't know he had a Twitch YouTube until just a few minutes ago. LOL. LMAO. It's crazy. Tail says it's crazy how much of a difference streaming a game is. She was not messing around at all. Yeah. Ender says I've never played Banjo-Kazooie game. I've heard they're fun, except Nuts and Bolts, but whatever. LMAO. Yeah, no, Nuts and Bolts I've never played either. But Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie are so good. Banjo-Kazooie is definitely my favorite, after having done both of them on stream. But it's hard to say. Maybe if I play Banjo-Tooie again some other day on my own time, I'll change my tune. But Kazooie, A+ game. And I've played both of them on this channel, if you're interested to like watch someone play through. Someone who's not like pro gamer playthrough, just like based on my memories of it. Ender says if you speed up the woo, then it's a Fall Guy. Ender says hidden lore. Happy says it's kind of unsettling, just woo. Ender says this one, if I remember, it's Enemy Museum. It's been a long time since I've played Yoshi's Island DS, so it could be, or it could be the Sky Museum. Well, we just started the soundtrack, so it's probably the first one. Good job, Zero, says Tails. Thank you. I may have had the idea, but you executed it. Hey, absolutely. Simple is okay. Wonder how long until they realize the truth of my name, LMAO. Ender Salasa? Ender Salasa? Beg pardon if there's like some kind of inside joke, some like reference. I'm not getting it. It's everyone pronounces it salsa the first time. Ah. Yeah, if you read it too fast, it definitely comes across as salsa. Gosh. Glad I got it. I always feel good when I get someone's username correct. It's happened a couple of times, I think, where someone's like, wow, you said it right. Everyone always says it this other way. And I'm like, ah, that makes me feel good. It's a pretty unique name, Ender. What's it, based on? What's it a reference to? If it even is. You know, it might not be. Oh gosh, this music sounds like Under the Sea. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Let's see if we can spice things up a bit with some gradients. It might not look good, but we can always try, and if we don't like it, we can take it off. Kind of nice. Let's try a maybe a white. I don't want it to look like they're dying. You know, if you like put like a white vignette, it looks like someone's like memorial photo. The death vignette. And let's maybe I have a brightness. No, that's not good. Burst. No, I don't like it. Do I have any textures I can add? Let's see. Here's some stars. That's silly. Bloodstain, soft. These are some like manga panel effects. No, probably not. Flower? I put this in the latest episode where Iris shows up and she like tackles Bianca. I use this brush in the background. I don't know what in the world it would mean to have this in the background, but no, let's not do that. There's a lily. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't think so. I'm just playing around. I do probably want to do a little bit of a multiply at the bottom here, though. Give me a sec. Since it's about that time to, like, finish off the stream, why don't you guys pop 2 Pokemon in the chat and I will try and fuse them together as quickly as I can before the stream is over. Just the fun little thing that we like to do here on this channel is I just doodle a little bit at the end of the stream before we leave off. Usually don't have a lot of time for it because I'm always going over, but... Under the sea, says Happy. It happens all the time. Just thought I should point it out for the future. I made it up on the spot. Nice. I wanted just a silly last name when making a Google account and it just stuck. Excellent. That's so fun. Salasa. Salasa. Happy says, let's not think about what they could mean. Yeah, tarot cards aren't really known for what they mean, right? Oh, maybe I should have put some symbolism in the background. Happy says, Dragonair! Tail says, go it. This ought to be interesting. Alright. Well, we all know what Dragonair looks like. Let's see if I remember it properly. I'm pretty sure it has a horn and it has wings. I don't remember quite how its nose is actually, because I know Dratini is like this, I think, but I don't think Dragonair has that. And then it's just a noodle with the balls at the end and one over here. Right? And some kind of long belly pattern that flows all the way to the end. And then Skwovet is this one's gonna be interesting. I don't quite remember these like new ones yet. I think its ears are like this. It's just got like fluffy cheeks. Skwovet was one of the Pokemon that I was given, or was it Greedent? It was either Skwovet or Greedent that I was given to draw in this challenge video that I did a long time ago, where I'm like, hey, Pokemon challenge, you describe a Pokemon that I've never seen before and I'll try to draw it. I think it has spots. I'm not sure why I think it does, but I think it does. And then its tail is like that, I think. Okay, let me look it up. Skwovet. Skwovet. Ah, it's got a big boopable nose. Okay, its tail is peeled. That's unsettling. Okay, let's see. Maybe it'll have the horn on top of its head. I'm gonna put the horn smack on top of the head. Like right there. Kind of like a Digimon. A lot of Digimon just like have a horn just right on the top. You know what? I'm gonna look up Dragonair. I'm not shy. Dragonair. Because I want to make sure about the face. Yeah, I was right. Okay, so it doesn't have anything on its face. Peeled should not be used to describe any living thing, says Happy. Happy says challenge video. Yeah, I did a thing where I was like, okay, these Gen 7, Gen 8 Pokemon I have never seen before. And before I look at them, you guys are going to describe them to me. And based on your descriptions, I'm going to draw them. Okay, what if... I don't know. I'm like, what if I had the Dragonair shaped head and then like its cheeks are like the thing that it has on its neck, like the little ball. Hmm. I like Skorovit's little feats. So let's include those. Okay. We got Skorovit's little feats. No. Let's peel the tail then. Since y'all love the term peeled so much, referring to a living creature. Happy says, I can't tell if the thing is adorable or cursed. No, not peeled. It's a banana snake. The answer is, it is cursed with cuteness. Okay, guys, let's actually color this, because I feel like the color is gonna be pretty interesting. And I feel like there's enough Skowovit parts. We should probably make the ears a little bigger, like a Dragonair. And a little bit Skowovit. It's too big. Tails is just requesting all of her favorite Pokemon these days. First Miltank and then Skowovit. If you're hoping that me drawing them will make you like them better, I don't know if requesting them for a cursed fusion is the proper time for that. Okay, how do I want to color this? Let's see. So I have a few options. I can mix the colors or I can go with one or the other. And I first want to try just going with the Dragonaire's colors. Right? So it's let me see. What happens if I... Oops. Broken. But where? But where? Broken still. But where? But where is it broken? Ah, the toes. White. White? Actually, it's just white. White. These are brighter like that. Okay, and then I guess some Skowovet. Can we get orange? Let's get an orange in here. It's lighter than that. In here. Freckles. Oh my goodness, that color orange is not meshing with that blue. There, that's a little better. Maybe white? And then just really dark, I guess? It's kind of cute. I think it's kind of cute. I think it's kind of cute. Do 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 do. I have to color it, like shade it. When you have something that's just like stark white, it just really doesn't look good left unshaded. It just feels so unfinished. Just a little bit like that. It's fun to just put in some some scales on the highlights. And yeah, there you have it. It's a Dragonair Skawovit. A lot of Dragonair in the color, and a bunch of Skawovit in the anatomy part. I think it meshes pretty well, actually. But hey, that's all the time that we have today. Let me catch up real quick on the chat, and then we'll say our goodbyes. No Mouth, if I recall correctly, says happy challenge video peeled. Let's see. Goodness, you're really going to call it a banana after talking about peeling it. Salt and Pepper Bunny is here right at the end. But yeah, blurst, cursed and blessed at the same time. Happy says, man, this is just nightmare fuel, isn't it? Well, that is all the time we have for our stream. So thank you guys so much for coming along. And yeah, I'll be back next week with probably another Pokemon family to finish. Wait, is next time the last time for the month? I don't think so. Oh, I guess it is. Yeah, so next stream will be the last stream of this month, and we'll probably do another Pokemon family just to round it out. Until then, I hope you guys have a lovely evening. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, stay sane, stay indoors if you can, and don't stop doing what you love. I hope you guys are ready for... Actually, you know, I have no idea what the next family is, but whatever it is, it's gonna be fun. Until next time, keep your noses clean, everyone. Bye-bye!